Hey guys, welcome back to Thunderdome Homestead. Just enjoying a beautiful, brisk morning. Let's see where we at. A little over 60 degrees. Beautiful morning temperatures. Throw a hoodie on, flannel. Go ahead and take that bad boy off at about 9, 10 o'clock. Awesome day. So, there's a topic I wanted to discuss today. Money. Get back. It's alright, Jack. Keep your hands off my stack. New car, caviar, 4-star daydream. Think I'll buy me a football team. Money. So, yeah. There's stories from all over the place of people that are not able to get their money out of the banks, whether it be from banks closing in China and people are being forced out of protests in the streets with tanks in China, or so should I say China, believe it. I love the way Trump says China. But yeah, whether it be in China or whether it be Europe, people not able to access their money. Matter of fact, I believe it was in Lebanon. I heard a story. Woman wasn't able to get money out of her own bank account to pay for her sister's cancer treatment. So she came up with a toy gun and she robbed her own bank account. She went up to her bank at gunpoint and said, "I want the money out of my account so I can pay for my sister's cancer treatment." Guys, that money in the bank is not yours. It's not yours until it's in your hand. It's really not. So, putting your money in the bank is one big Ponzi scheme. Okay? You put your money in there. They don't have enough money to cover it because I believe it was Alaska Prepper. If you haven't checked him out, you should. He's really good. But I believe it was him that crunched the numbers, and he essentially said, I believe it was around maybe 10% of all the US dollars in existence are actually hard physical dollars that are able to be used in your bank account. The rest are just ones and zeros on a screen. So, if you actually want your money and to be able to use your money, take it out of the bank. Because again, it's not yours until you physically hold it. There's a reason why years ago, whether it be our grandparents or parents or what have you, or even great-grandparents, or yeah, people hid money in mattresses, people hid money in books, people hid money all over the place, in walls, because these people knew you couldn't trust the banks. They had gone through the Depression. They had gone through the fact that their bank doors were locked when they went out there, and they had bank runs, and they had people lined up for blocks and whatever. They were lined up to try to get their money out of the bank, or at least as much as they could. Very few succeeded in that. And hence we had the Great Depression. We're heading back into that same cyclical cycle. You have three major factors. You have war, financial trouble, and disease. And, well, I guess you would say famine too. But one of them happens, it creates the other three. This one happens, it creates the other three. They're always tied together in a cyclical cycle. Ours apparently just seems to happen to be a 100-year cycle, because if you go back about 100 years, okay, 100 years before the Kung Flu came about, you had the Spanish flu. Following that, you had the Great Depression. Following that, you had World War II. So, if you look back at it and you equate that to today, we're going to have a gigantic financial crash. And then the people that so-called run our country are going to come out and they're going to say, well, the only way we can dig ourselves out of this is send ourselves to war, because war is good for business. Except this time it's not. So, back to the main topic at hand, money. Your money is not yours if you have it stored in a bank. And the same concept goes if you have like Lear Capital or someone else storing your gold and silver somewhere in a vault somewhere on Give a Fuckistan over here, then it's not yours. So, that leads me back down to pull your stuff out of your bank. Leave enough in there to pay your bills. Now again, I'm not a financial advisor, so, don't take this as, scripture here. But I've already done it myself. I keep enough in there to pay my bills and to go on my merry way. The rest is stored in various different things. Also diversify your assets too. Don't keep it in just dollars, or don't keep it in just precious metals, because one could tank and the other one could do good. But you're most certainly not going to do well to leave it in the bank. Matter of fact, I was trying to pull about maybe a little over a year ago. I was trying to pull out money to buy a truck. I had to jump through hoops and hoops and hoops and hoops just to get a mere $4,000. The first day I went in, they were like, sorry dude, we ain't got that much in the account right now, or in the safe right now, so you'll have to come back tomorrow. 10-4. Came back the next day. And they're like, oh, well, we need to know what you're using it for. You need to know this. We need to know that. We need to know how many toilet paper squares you wipe your butt with. Okay? No, you don't. It's my money. That's why it's not going to be in your care anymore. If I lose my money, it's my own dumbass fault. It's not going to be the fact that I left it to some Ponzi scheme bank to use it to play around and dabble in the stock market with my money. So, a little bit of a rant video today, but Instances like this are becoming more and more and more and more and more common. I guarantee you, if you ask around, you can find at least one person who was not able to get their money out of the bank when they needed it. Either whether it be to buy a vehicle, whether it be to, I don't know, what have you. Whatever. I guarantee you, you know at least one person who wasn't able to get their own money out of their bank. And whether it be just because the bank doesn't actually carry on hand what they have in everybody's accounts. They may have a tenth of that per day. So, something to think about, guys. If you got something out of this, like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.